welcome back to Adventures in Craft. I am Kim, also known as Chasingacorns, and this is my furry co-host for the day. Her name is Harley. She's the newest addition to our family. Okay, now that we have introductions out of the way, let's go over some administrative stuff. We now have over 200 subscribers, so thank you everyone who is new and subscribed, and all of our past subscribers. So we're gonna do a giveaway. The giveaway is gonna be $25 gift certificate to your choice of indie dyer. To enter this contest, you must already be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video with your favorite indie dyer and why they're your favorite. Um, the winner will be chosen August 23rd, my birthday, and then announced on that day on. We'll either do it like a little YouTube video or an Instagram post. So you can find us on Instagram at chasing_acorns. You can also find us on Ravelry at Chasing Acorns. And then you can find us on Etsy also as Chasing Acorns. But with the recent changes to the Etsy platform, mainly the increase that they're taking, I think I'm going to be looking for another option, like maybe a big cartel website or maybe a Square website. I don't know how long she's going to be here. As long as she stays, I'll have her here. Um, so if you guys have any recommendations on what websites you like to use, if you are a indie dyer and have your own website, I would love some suggestions because I really don't want to pay the increase of fee, because then I'll have to raise the rate of my bags, and I just don't feel like that's fair to pass on the cost again. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking for suggestions. Let's get into the makes. Let's do finished objects first. So I do have a couple finished objects. Mainly my brioche cowl. It's totally finished except for weaving in the ends. But here it is, you guys. What do you think? Do you like it? I don't know if you can tell, but I got a theme of like purple going on here. Kind of a favorite color, but I don't know. What do you think? So I had 2 balls of Malabringo Chunky. Exactly. And you guys, I played Yarn Chicken twice and I lost both times. So luckily, my friend Lexi was so kind to show me how to undo and fix brioche, because I hadn't made any mistakes before that, so I didn't know how to unknit it to not lose my stitches and not lose where I was. So she so kindly helps me figure that out. But so you can see, like, I started doing off the purple bind off, and then I ran out of yarn and I had to switch over to my other tail end. So this little itty bitty section, just this much, you guys, I ran out of yarn, and Harley seems to like it too. See, look at her. I'm gonna have to make some clothes for her. So that is the pattern for this brioche cowl was by Riza Knits, which you can find online in our last episode. I'll link the pattern in the show notes for you guys though. And then the other finished object that I have is this kimono that I'm wearing. It's just, I watched a YouTube video of how to do one, and I had recorded it of me doing it, and then my phone died. So I only have like the start of me actually getting into like cutting and sewing it. So if you guys are interested, I will insert that, but like I said, it's only half a video. But I'll also insert finished pictures, like, you know, real pictures of it done. I used roughly like 2 yards of like this silky fabric that I got from Joann's, and I did French seams on the inside, and then I just fold it over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some ribbon that I find and like sew it to cover up the raw edge here and make it like a little bit heavier so it stays down a little bit more, because I don't know if you can see, but it has a tendency to like flip over, and I would just like it not to be the raw edge when it flips over. But I really like it so far. We are going on a trip this weekend to Mackinac, just a day trip. But I really wanted something nice and breezy to wear while we ride our bikes around, because God knows it's gonna be hot this weekend. So, do you want them? Hmm? Yeah. And then she's sweet. I just love her to death. Oh my God, she fits in so well here. Um, her and our other dog Stella um, are just now starting to bond, and they now have like cuddled together, and they started sleeping together, and she always goes out when Stella goes out, so they're really becoming like sisters. So as far as her and the cat, not so much, but they'll eventually get used to each other, I guess. It's only been a couple weeks, but yeah, I know. So, as far as finished objects, that's all that we have for both sewing and knitting. But for whips, we have. I'm still working on the Kano hat by Frances. Um, Guys, I always mess her name up. Let me read it again. Frances Maori. Yeah. I'm just going to show you a picture. So the finished hat is going to look like this by Aurora Knits, and it's really beautiful. I liked it because I wanted something that would show off the yarn, but have a little bit of like texture to it, and I thought this was like the perfect pattern. It is a paid for pattern that you can get on her website, which I'll insert down here. I'm working on that with yarn from Mint Rain that I'm keeping in my Dear Stella bag that I made. So this is the yarn. This is as far as I've gotten so far. I haven't really had time to work on it, mostly because trying to get Harley potty trained and whatnot, but you see, I did make some progress from the last time you guys saw it. So I actually have a complete pattern repeat now, which I'm really liking how it's turning out. And I hope that I'll be happy with the finished hat. I'm going to make it a bit slouchier, and then I have a fur pom-pom to put on it when it's all finished. So I cannot wait to have this for winter. I'll be really excited to replace my lost hat and scarf. So that's the only knitting I've been working on lately. And then as far as sewing works in progress, I'm currently doing, I have this bag as a commission right now, and I figured since I'm doing one for commission, I wanted to do one for myself. I haven't seen any tutorials for this pattern. It is a paid for pattern, but the author does say that you can sell this as long as you give her credit, and the bag is by Namarati Sharaf, and it's a really cute bag, you guys. It's like got a pocket on the inside. It's got a couple pockets, and it's got a zipper divider. I have all the pattern pieces cut out for mine to do, and then I'm just waiting on the lining for my commissions to get done. And then I ordered these really cute, like, because it calls for a twist lock right here. And then here, you know what, I'm going to pause and get the fabric that is for mine. And then I'm going to show you the twist lock that I ordered because they're really super cute and I think it'll go really well together. So, 1 second. Okay, so this is the main bag fabric that I have for mine. And I don't know if you can see, but it's got little bees on it. Aren't they so cute? I can't really see what I'm doing right now, but. And then this is going to be the side fabric. So it's going to be yellow with that is the front. And then this is the twist lock that I ordered. So the little I believe it's called the thorax, lifts up and then it separates. Actually, there's one underneath. So then your twist lock looks like that. So, or it's rather a flip lock, not a twist lock. But I can't wait till it comes in. I want to see it all put together. So I have that currently in the works right now. And that is all that I have for makes at the moment, besides a couple other bag commissions. I haven't really been doing much. I've been working a lot lately, which I know I say that every single time. That's not really an excuse to be creative, but I just get home and I'm really tired. So, where was I? That's what we have for works in progress. For purchases, I recently went to in Hastings, Michigan. There is Plucky. Plucky, I don't know if it was called Shindig. It was Shindig last year. I don't remember what this one was called. But anyways, me and my girlfriend Wiley, we drove up there for the event that they were having, which was really fun. And I bought a bunch. So this is all my bag from Plucky. And if you guys remember, I made my doodler out of Plucky, and I just love the way that it squishes and like just how the yarn feels, and the dye is really nice. I haven't had any like dye leakage problems, so I've been really happy with the way it turns out. So let me show you what I got from Plucky. I got, oh, where are you going? You gonna stay? You gonna hang out? So I got this. It's really pretty. Harley says hello. This is called Primo DK, and it's just a small batch, so it doesn't have a name to it. But it's really pretty. It's kind of like confetti, like someone sprinkled confetti over it. And then I got this really pretty orange that I'm gonna put with it, and it's called Sticky Toffee. I think those two look really, really well together. I know. Well, kind of like. Do you want them? You miss it? Okay, good girl. And then I got a couple of the One Hit Wonders. So this is a One Hit Wonder. It's really pretty. It's like I don't know. It's like purple, but it's got like this gray tone to it. I don't want to say it's mauve, but no. And then I got this really nice, another One Hit Wonder. It's just a gray, and it's got a little bit of pink in it, but I don't think it's really gonna matter. It's just like one spot, which is why it's a One Hit Wonder. And then I got another small batch, which I really like the color of this one too. And I wish this wasn't a small batch. I wish that they had more of this because it is just so pretty. And then I got oh my god, I feel like I got a couple of Outrigger in Primo Sport. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna make with it. I just really liked the greenish, goldish, black. Like it's almost like patinaed gold, you know. And I know gold doesn't really get a patina, but you know how like some gold over time gets that like darkish, like I don't know what it's called. Patina. We'll call it patina. And then I got another One Hit Wonder. This one is like a tan, but it has like yellow, like spot flecks in it, which is really pretty. And then we got this gray, which I thought would go. I like getting the grays because they go with anything, and it's always nice to have like extra yarn in case like if you need something to go in between. And then this thistle, I know you guys can't really see the color. Actually, it's probably pretty true to screen. It's like this blackish, purplish. It's almost like it reminds me of like the color of a raven, really, you know. And that's and we got Traveler Footprint. I didn't show this one. It's got like black specks on it. I really like it. So I don't have any projects in mind. It's just I don't get to buy Plucky very often, so I figured while I was there, I might as well get some because I know for sure I'll definitely use it. So those are all of our past purchases. And while I was at Plucky, it was really funny because I drove with one of my old knitting group girls. But when I got there, she ran into one of the girls that we she's like a booth babe. She like comes and like helps out on the booths and stuff. It was really funny because we neither of us knew that the other one was coming, and I'll insert a picture. Her name is Chelsea, so we just had a good laugh about it, and we ended up getting lunch together. So it was fun. So I recently was visiting my grandma, and while I was there, she because I wanted to introduce her to Harley so she can get to know her and be like familiar with the family. But while I was there, my grandma was like, "Oh, I'm cleaning house. I got some stuff. Do you want to take it?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, of course I want to take it." Because my grandmother is the main reason I am a crafter. She has taught me everything that I know, really. Like, she got me into quilting and knitting, and, like, God knows she's tried to teach me crochet over and over again, and I'm just not good at it. Um, but she was recently cleaning, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So I'm gonna show you guys because I think that this stuff is just it's amazing. And I never even knew that my grandmother did this kind of stuff because it wasn't a craft that I've ever seen her do before. So it is this. And it's embroidery. But guys, look at the detail on this. And it's like yarn. It did have a lace edge on it, but my grandmother didn't like the way it looked, so she tore it off. So I think I'm either gonna build like a shadow box for it or just put new lace around it. And I was like, Grandma, I'm like, you have to sign this for me. I'm like, I cannot take this home without you signing it. So I got her to do her signature on the back right here. And I think this is something that I'm just gonna treasure for the rest of my life. I just wish it's a little yellowed from just like time, but I don't know a safe way of cleaning it without damaging it. So if you guys have any suggestions, that would be amazing. Because it's a wood frame and it's a wood back and it's just like tacked on here. And I don't want to take it off this frame because I'm afraid that if I do, I will never get it back on and I'll never be able to reframe it like this nicely again. So if you guys have any cleaning suggestions for this, I would greatly appreciate it because I want to keep this nice. Oh, so that is one of the things that she gave me. And then also, I don't know what this craft is called, but it's very cool. My grandmother took a class with this other woman who does it and learned all about it. But it is like this 3D um paper crafting, I guess. So you basically take like the same picture like a bunch of copies of it and cut individual pieces out of each of the pictures. And then you painstakingly with glue and like tweezers layer this so that it gives that 3D effect. Um my grandmother has given me several pieces before, which I absolutely cherish because they're in my kitchen right now. She did one of Raggedy Ann, and then also one of this, like, I don't know if you guys remember the print of mushrooms that used to be on the old Pyrex dishes, but it's basically like that. And I'll take a picture of it. And I got her to sign these ones also, although she didn't want to do a full signature on them. So then here's the other one. And my grandmother has two names. She has an English name and she has the name that she came over from Vietnam with. So some of them she signed with an H, which is her name, Hong, which she came over Vietnam with. But then she signed some of them LB, which is her name that she has here, which is Lone. Uh, so so like none of those signatures match, but it doesn't matter. And then she also did this larger piece, which I love it too. So I am gonna like make shadow boxes for these so that they can be preserved and not have like dust in them and stuff. But the only thing is like this border right here. I want to keep the name, but I don't know if I necessarily need to keep this edge because it's a little damaged. And I don't know how it will fit in the frame really. So I'm debating on whether or not just cutting off this little green strip right here, and then the one at the top. Just making it the white border instead, just to preserve it, so that it doesn't get very dirty, you know. So, so that's part of my acquisitions, I guess you could say. Other than that, we haven't really been up to much lately, but I do have to say that if you guys are free on August 18th from 3 to 5. The Michigan Fiber Festival is coming up, and we're going to be hosting a podcasters lounge again this year. I don't know if you guys remember the one that we did last year, but it was a lot of fun, and we had a couple people come up and say hi. We really like to do that again. This year, however, it's not going to be where it was. It's going to be by the food vendors this year. So we'd really appreciate if you guys come out and say hi to us. We may even have some swag for you if you come out. So again, that is August 18th, from 3 to 5 in Allegan, Michigan at the Michigan Fiber Festival. And I'm going to put a list of the podcasters that are going to be there somewhere on the screen. Somewhere. You guys, you'll see it. It's all good. But Harley and I just want to say thank you for hanging out with us, and we've really missed you guys. She's just too cute. Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys. Well, take care. I hope to see you on the 18th, and happy crafting. Bye.